Hey, what is up, guys? I am Ascari Husky here today, and today we have our final Anthrocon interview. Now, this last interview is actually a really good friend of mine. Most of you guys probably know him. This is Hawthorne Fox. Hawthorne, thank you so much for letting me interview you. It's appreciated. It's been really cool hanging out with you at Anthrocon so far. Kinda sucks it's the last day of the convention when we're filming this, but everything good must come to an end. So first off, Hawthorne, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. A little bit tired, a little bit sick, but getting through the convention.
Well, I'm happy you're doing somewhat okay.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Of course. So guys, as usual, what I did is I went to Instagram and Twitter and asked you guys to ask them questions. We went through the questions, picked which ones we'd answer, and we'd go from there. So I'm going to start with the Twitter questions and move to the Instagram questions. So first off, Hawthorne, I just want to say something. Congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. Congratulations on 10K.
Thank you. I honestly, when I first started YouTube, hitting 50 subscribers, it blew my mind. Like, it was insane. Like, just 50 subscribers, and then when it hit 100, and then 200, 500, 1,000, and it's 10,000 now, and it's insane how much all, like, the people that like watching my YouTube videos, it's just insane the amount of support that they give me. And honestly, without those people, like, I wouldn't be here. So yeah. I wouldn't even say congratulations to me. I'm just like making people smile and laugh. So thank everybody for subscribing and watching my videos and helping me, do stuff that I love.
So guys, now we're going to start with the questions. Again, Hawthorne, congrats on 10K.
Thank you.
So we're going to start off with the questions, and the first question is by, and as usual guys, if I butcher your name or if you have a weird name and I don't want to read it or anything with the names, I don't apologize. So the first one is, at my bed, why are you a fox?
Technically, Hawthorne isn't actually supposed to be a fox. He's supposed to be a werefox. So that's just a concept that I'd always found humorous. I've always been an opinionated person. I've always been, sometimes I let my temper and emotions get the best of me. I'm a very passionate person about a lot of things. And foxes are my favorite animal, and one of my friends way back said he thought the concept of a small fox transforming into this big, huge werefox, angry thing, was just such a hilarious concept, because that's kind of how he saw me whenever I would get passionate about something or angry or something like that. And so I just stuck with it. So he's technically a werefox thing, so
That's kind of interesting. See, even I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. So the next question is by Wolfpack Leader 5, and why so big of a booper?
Because bigger boopers are better boopers.
So the next question is by Sweet Tooth at AC, and that is, would you ban or legalize AU? The people want to know. Before you answer, I would legalize.
I am very prone to wooing at my boyfriend, so I can't say ban it because I woo. So I'm gonna have to go with legalize AU. So,
legalize AU?
Yeah,
I agree.
I feel like half my subscribers, I'm not gonna get 10,000, 5,000 instantly unsubscribe.
It's just 5,000. You said legalize AU? No! Okay, I'm going. Next question is by Alan Grey Muzzle, and that is, are you normally grumpy, or is that just for videos? I don't know. I would say you've been pretty lively. Every time I've seen you, you seem like you're in a pretty good mood. You know what I'm saying? You seem pretty good.
I tend to I don't know if it's grumpy, more or less. I've always been I'm very super detail oriented. When things don't go according to plan, I always have schedules. I always just, I'm just always been that kind of person. So I also deal with anxiety. So one thing that happens is whenever I have a panic attack or whenever I'm dealing with anxiety or something like that, I tend to come across as more harsh or blunt, or basically just not kind-hearted or anything like that. And it's just because I'm thinking about so much, and I'm always like worrying about crap that, you know, just the minuscule things. But since I'm so detail oriented about a lot of things, it's just I tend to come across as like cranky or grumpy at some points in time. But I try and work on it, and I try and be as happy-go-lucky as I possibly can. So hopefully, if you've ever seen me and you think that I'm grumpy or anything like that, I apologize.
So the next question is by Alpha Wolf, and that is, why do you wear a harness?
Okay, so I own 2 harnesses. I have a body harness and I have a muzzle harness. The body harness I completely bought purely because it matches my character's eyes. That is, I can only wear it in fursuit because I'm super skinny. I'm only 125 pounds. So it's like, if I were to wear it not in fursuit, it's just completely loose, and I have it the tightest it can go. So it's purely for aesthetic reasons. I like the fact that the color matches my eyes. The muzzle harness is worn so I don't insult people.
That's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that one, so you don't insult people. That seems fair. So the next question is by Brooke Foster at AC, and that is, how are you so gosh darn handsome?
Good genes.
Good genes.
Yeah. I shop around and I buy really good pairs of jeans.
I mean, I don't wear jeans, so I'm screwed.
I love jeans.
Oh, I hate jeans.
I love shorts, though. Shorts, flip-flops, that kind of thing. Anything that's colorful.
At Magic Firelit ask, where did the idea of Hawthorne come from?
My original character in the fandom was just a simple gray wolf. And foxes were always my favorite animal, and like the main reason why I didn't start with a fox is because I saw all the shit stereotypes that people have for them, and I didn't want people to look at my character and immediately equate me to like a slut or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I originally just avoided the entire concept altogether. Whenever I decided to finally say fuck it, I'm gonna get I made him. His original name wasn't even Hawthorne. His original name was Arrowwood, and basically I've always seen foxes outside of the fandom. Whenever they're perceived in cartoons, they could be like gentleman-like and stuff like that. And I always thought that was a cool concept to battle. Like, I like irony. So like if somebody has like a specific stereotype about it, turn it into like an ironic situation or something like that, where it's like, okay, well, my character is a gentleman or something like that. So I thought that was just a really cool concept to have. So that's why he smokes a pipe and has a bow tie and like wears like ivy caps and stuff like that. So I love irony.
I think that's kind of cool, actually. The fact that you turned that completely around made it. I like that. It's kind of cool. The next one is by Firestorm, and that is, if you had the ability to take one thing out of the fandom, anything at all, and remake or do over, what would it be?
If I could take one thing out of the fandom, it would be the fact that so many people idolize people for their materialistic things. People, I'm sure there's people out there, they don't actually care about, you know, who's in, like me inside the suit. Yeah. All they care about is, you know, person, like just this costume. Yeah. And it really bugs me that people idolize material things in the fandom so much that I honestly, that's what I would take out. I would remove that completely out of the fandom. It's never gonna happen, but just, you know, you don't have to have this kind of shit to, you know, be a good person or anything. Yeah. Or the fact that you could be a really shitty person and have a really nice fursuit, and people will forgive the shit things you've done because you're popular or you have a fursuit or you're like yada yada yada. It's kind of shit.
Yeah.
So honestly,
kind of is actually.
That, like, those, I know it's that one thing, but those two things just are. I don't care for either of them.
I would have to agree with you. Yeah, there is some idolization. I remember too, like when I was first getting into the furry YouTube thing, is they're all suitors. Every furry YouTuber is a fursuiter, and depending on who has the cutest fursuit, depends on how many subs they have. So yeah, I would have to. I agree with you. I completely agree with that. So the next one is by Aaron X, and that is favorite fast food restaurant.
Basically, I grew up pretty much on a farm. We only ate vegetables. We didn't really eat meat that much. And when I moved from the middle of bumfuck nowhere, South Carolina, to a city, I'd never been surrounded by fast food before. I'd barely ever eaten fast food. Like, it just wasn't a concept to me. I'd always, just eaten either fish or vegetables that was grown out of a garden. Needless to say, I eat too much fast food. But right now, if I had to pick one fast food place that I really, really, really could go for right now, it'd probably be Zaxby's. I don't know if they have them up north or anything like that.
I've never heard of that.
They are, Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A.
They're kind of like Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
They're like a southern chicken chain. So their entire menu is chicken.
That sounds really good, actually.
So they
I
have
haven't eaten that today, so you're making me very hungry.
They have a side that's like it's like for breakfast chicken, for lunch chicken, for dinner chicken, for dessert chicken.
That sounds like my kind of place. That sounds like
I love fried chicken. Oh my god, I can eat some fried chicken. But that's the southerner out coming out.
That sounds good. I like that.
Oh yeah. Oh. God, I'm hungry now.
So the next question is by Harvey Trash, and that is smoke pipe or vape?
Pipe. I don't really vape. I'm not part of Vape Nation. I'm sorry for anybody that's wondering that.
You have now disappointed more than half the fandom.
I'm sorry. You can all go get in your Subarus and drive away. But no, I'd have to go with a tobacco pipe.
Next one is by Sai Loves Sushi, and that is, what is it like at Anthrocon? And they also say, I didn't get to go this year, hopefully next year. I don't know, for me, Anthrocon's been a lot of fun. It's been tiring, I've had a lot of fun. I'm going to literally do an entirely separate video about that, but I don't know, how about for you? Because this is the last day, so you get to, get a true answer here.
Anthrocon was fun. If I had to be a little bit critical of it, it just seemed empty this year. Like, this year, for some reason, this is my 4th Anthrocon, and the past 3 that I've been to, I don't know, it just seemed to have more life. For some reason, this Anthrocon to me, I had fun. I had, like hanging out with, you and hanging out with, some other people. I had a blast. But, for some reason, it just felt a little bit more empty. I don't know. It felt like it was missing something, and I honestly don't think I'll ever be able to just pinpoint what it was missing. But for some reason, it just felt like it was just missing.
Next one is by Annie Mebra. What a wonderful name. And that is, Hawthorne, how big are your eyes?
If you get close enough, you can see galaxies in them. That's how big they are.
So the next question is by IDK Why I Try, and I swear this guy comments on everything. It's awesome.
IDK Why I Try?
Yeah, I don't know why I try. I love it. And that is, how did the people most close to you react to you being a furry?
Honestly, my sister fucking loves it. My mom's friends with my furry profile. She likes all my pictures of Hawthorne. My co-workers at Pizza Hut that I work with, they love him. Freaking, I don't know, I've genuinely had but then again, my family, even though I grew up in a very small conservative town, Bible Belt and stuff like that, they were always very encouraging of me to go and try new things, and to go and just go. And it honestly, that's kind of what drew me to fandom, is just to go and do what you want and be happy and stuff like that. And honestly, moving to the city and just all this other stuff, I'd say the people closest to me have all been pretty damn supportive. There's some close, my dad doesn't know that I dress up as a fox or anything like that, but it's just, I don't know, I don't feel pressured to tell him. I don't feel and even if he finds out, I don't even know if it really will affect me, because I don't think it'll affect him. He'll just be oh, okay, whatever.
Well, yeah.
That's just cool,
Yeah, cool,
whatever.
It's your hobby, it's whatever, it's what you do.
Let's go grab pizza or something.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it. And I mean, unfortunately, not everybody's blessed with that. People
some people, I've heard some stories of people hey, I'm a furry, and their parents freak out, which,
oh yeah.
I don't understand that.
I
don't know.
I mean, there's bad to every group of people, but for anybody out there, like, I mean, this might be sidetracking off the interview, but for anybody out there who feels like, you know, you feel like an outcast or something, or you feel like you can't talk to anybody or anything, like, feel free to message me. I'm pretty sure, like, maybe Ascari might be in the same boat, but like as somebody who, like, I was blessed to not have people be, like, super judgmental about it. So I want to be able to, you know, help other people out with that kind of stuff. So, like, I'm always down to, like, talk about that kind of stuff. Like, if anybody needs, like, you know, an ear, 2 ears, pancake ears, I got large ones.
So, yeah, no, I would have to agree, though. I don't know, I think I got pretty lucky, too, with the family I got. You know, they just kind of like, yeah, you do you. You know? So, ScourgeBlood.exe, and that is, can I boop your snout?
You can boop my snoot, but don't boop it too hard, because I don't feel like having my entire face crushed in like a can. Like, you can go boop, but you just don't like punch me in the face or anything like that. So, yeah.
That seems fair. That seems fair. So the next one is by H. Patterson 319 and Hawthorne. Are you ever getting a mustache on your fursuit?
Yes. I hopefully plan on eventually commissioning somebody to maybe put, like, magnetic strips right here on his muzzle and getting, like, a handlebar mustache for my suit. So hopefully that's something that'll happen in the future. I don't really have the money to do it right now, but who knows? Maybe,
yeah, that stuff's
someday.
not cheap. Because, like, at, what is it, like Made for Less or Made for You or something? With the eyebrows they have, I was looking at them and it's like what is it, like a $100 or $200 option, you know? So yeah, that stuff isn't cheap, and then it's already constructed, so there's, yeah. Hopefully you get it though, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, that's your character.
Yeah,
you know?
it would match my, it would match what I look like underneath suit.
So the next one is by Sugar Scraff, and that is, does your love for photography have an influence on how Hawthorne's personality or appearance is?
Okay, so, like I said, I'm very detail oriented. Being a photographer means pretty much being a control freak, especially since I do it as a profession. Like, I run my own photography business. And in photography, I do, like, the most detail oriented, like focus. I focus on architecture photography. So everything has to be straight and neat and organized and all this other stuff, and it's very meticulous and very just, you have to have an eye for it to be able to, you know, produce great photographs. So, like, I don't know if it helped me design Hawthorne, but, like, I mean, like, the strip on my nose is kind of like geometric and stuff like that, and, like, everything, if you look at him and if you split Hawthorne straight down the middle, he would be symmetrical. So it's very much a just something that, you know, I may have, and it may have been like a subconscious type thing, but as for, like, me thinking about it, I don't think that, like, my photography, like, helped me with making his appearance, but, like, I certainly think that there may be, like, a subconscious, like, design aspect.
Yeah, something like with the photography, you know, something, because it's like you said, it's something you're passionate about.
Yeah.
It's something you do, so when it's something, and you said earlier, you have passion, so you already have this, you know, built up, you know, so you already have that passion, and then you have this, so it's just kind of like, it kind of dictates what you do. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, so yeah, no, that's kind of cool though. And you do take some awesome photography. Like, that's good.
You're flattering.
So the next one is by Crystal Creations, and that is, do you feel like you have an influence on the community with your rants?
I believe that my rant, originally I was, like, my original concept with doing rants for YouTube, it wasn't really to gain, like, a lot of attention. Granted, my Why I Hate Furries rant, even though it's, like, one of my more controversial things that I talked about, like, that's what kind of blew my channel up. That's what, like, got a lot of people to, like, start looking at my, like, my content and stuff. It was the first type, like, rant that I'd ever done. Basically, my thought process is, I'm not going to influence everybody. I know that. Like,
You're not gonna
like,
please everybody.
In the grand scheme of things, even though 10,000 subscribers is a lot, I only have 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Like that's in the grand scheme of things in the fandom, that's like not really too much.
Yeah.
Like that's 10,000 people. Basically, for me, my thought process is if I can get one person to think. That's why I cover topics like baby furs. That's why I cover topics like overrated fursuits. Like just people being materialistic. Is because when I looked through furry YouTube, I don't see a lot of people that talk about that shit. Nobody wants to talk about baby furs because it's such a taboo subject. Nobody wants to talk about it, and like people in the fandom are always like, you know, well, people need to accept this and stuff like that. But the issue is in the fandom is that we ourselves are hypocrites because there's a lot of things in the fandom that like you would look at and you'd be like, oh my god, that's so, and like it's not. Like let people just fucking enjoy themselves as long as they're not hurting anybody or anything, and you know keeping it to themselves. Just let them fucking have fun, you know, like do whatever the fuck they want to do. But like my thing is that like if I can influence or like influence somebody's like thought process on some of that stuff and just change maybe one person's mind on a topic, then that's one more person that's like thinking, you know, like not saying, I'm not gonna say like I'm always right. I know I'm not. I'm not always right. Like I'm fucking like I'm wrong a lot of times. But when it comes to things like, you know, like being materialistic and shit in the fandom, just like if you could just think about stuff, because fursuiters and people like that, they don't get treated like people anymore. Like they never get treated like people. They get treated like fucking objects. And like people need to think about that kind of thing, you know? And like nobody's gonna fucking talk about it because everybody's so caught up in their own like daydreams and shit. So I might as well just get out there, and if I make haters, I make haters. I do have several people that do not like me, but you know, if that's the thing, then that's the thing. I'd much rather voice my opinion than just shut up and sit down. So
I like that. So next one is by Richard Kofa Fox, and that is favorite pipe tobacco and how many pipes do you currently have?
My favorite pipe tobacco is Limited Lane 1Q because it smells like pound cake, and I own probably about like I'd say maybe like 40 pipes.
Holy shit.
And like it's like I don't know, like it's like art basically.
Yeah.
Like, cause like for me, like I like collecting the weird ass looking ones. So like for that, like it's kind of like collecting like little art pieces that just, you know, and that's why like I don't know, it's just been something I've always been interested in. I also collect like bow ties and stuff like that. So I have probably about like maybe like 20 bow ties and maybe like 40 neckties. I don't know, it's just something that I like doing. Like
just something else other than the fandom you enjoy doing. Yeah.
Having a collection, like collecting things and stuff like that is like very soothing. Like to me at least. Just having like a collection that you can like, you know, this is my prized collection of yada yada yada. So for my mom, it's like the little precious moment angel things that you see all the time. So like, and I picked up my hoarding skills from her. So. Yeah.
And the very, very, very last question of this interview, and the last question of the interview series at Anthrocon this year, and that is Life of Lexi. Who made the suit, and what is the background in this picture? Now, as most of you guys know, like I said, I posted the picture of him on social media, and I think the background in that picture was the Marriott at FWA.
It was a picture, basically the photographer was on the ground, like looking up at me. So the black lines is each floor in the hotel. Because the whole hotel is like gorgeous. Like FWA has probably the prettiest hotel ever. It's just gorgeous. And so that was the background. Water Dog Wharf made my suit originally. I recently got new hand paws and feet paws. I've had to look at the little business cards to be able to. I think one of them was like Icy Productions or something like that. So that's I recently got new hand paws and feet paws. But like the head and the body are made by Water Dog Wharf. They used to be called Otter and Daughter, but they like rebranded themselves. So that's Water Dog Wharf.
So guys, again, thank you so much for watching all the Anthrocon content. If you saw me at Anthrocon, thank you for saying hi. It meant a lot. Thank you guys so much for asking. Thank you guys so much for asking Hawthorne questions. So Hawthorne, thank you so much for letting me interview you. Again, congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, and it was awesome hanging out with you here at Anthrocon.
Awesome. I mean, thank you too. Like, I'm honored. Because, I mean, like, one of my other videos, you are my favorite YouTuber, like, for a YouTuber. So, like, I am honored that you chose me to be one of the people that you interviewed. Thank you for having me, and thank you guys, all that, like, ask questions on Twitter and Instagram. You guys are the real MVPs here, and just feel free to, I guess, if you want to, I mean, feel free to subscribe to me if you like my content. I do a lot of random shit. Like, I don't really have too much.
His random shit is good shit, though, so really, go check out his channel. I was telling him earlier, he's, like I said, one of the few actual channels that I actually have the notification bell on to get notifications when they make videos. So if I'm, like, sitting at lunch and I see, like, that video and say, okay, I'll use some data. It's kind of like, it's okay. But no, Hawthorne makes some awesome content. Go check out his channel. He also is on Twitter and Instagram, so I'll also link those two below. But like I said, guys, go check out Hawthorne's channel. Makes great content. And Hawthorne, do you have anything else left to say?
I just want to thank you for having me to do an interview, and I want to thank the people for, like, you know, supplying us with questions. And I want to thank all the watchers that, you know, decided to click on the video, whether it be, like, you know, to just watch the first couple seconds and leave, or to watch the entire thing. Like, I just want to thank you all for, you know, being awesome.
Alright guys, I'm Scary Husky.
And I'm Hawthorne Fox.
And if you want more of Hawthorne, go check out his channel. And if you guys want to see more Anthrocon content and more interviews, that will pop up somewhere over here. If you want to check out Hawthorne's channel, that'll pop up somewhere over here. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, it will pop up somewhere over here. Alright guys, again Hawthorne, thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being on my channel. I look forward to maybe getting to do another video with you again in the future.
Well, of course, I would love to do another video with you in the future. This has been fun. Honestly, this is one of the great way to end my convention. Like, so I'm very happy that, you know, you've had me.
Of course. Alright guys, I'm Scary Husky. Like I said, don't forget to check out the channels, and don't forget to check out the videos. And I will see you all in the next video.
Bye!